Hello and welcome to an overview demonstration of the Oracle NetSuite Social Impact Software Donation. My name is Mike Ongchua, a business analyst and solution consultant at the Social Impact team. Let me share with you more about what we do in Social Impact. Here are our three pillars. First is the Suite Donation Program, which is where we donate our own product, NetSuite, to social impact organizations such as nonprofits and social enterprises. Organizations that are duly registered in their country of operations generally qualify for the donation. The base donation is appropriate to power the financial management operations of a small organization and has no recurring cost. Beyond the base donation, social impact organizations can access solutions for grant accounting, nonprofit budgeting, and more. Every solution has special social impact pricing that is deeply discounted from our standard pricing. Next is the Suite Pro Bono program, which brings together passionate employees, partners, and customers from the NetSuite community to help social impact customers use NetSuite more effectively. Opportunities for eligible nonprofit customers include our quarterly pro bono projects, build-a-thons, and our annual hackathon for good events. The third pillar is Suite Capacity, and this is where we hold learning cohorts, online workshops, and special interventions to support nonprofit customers as they onboard. Note that social impact services are not a replacement for paid services, and eligibility terms apply. For today's agenda, we will be going over what is being donated and then jump into the overview demo. I will be posting information on who to ask if you have any questions and also next steps to take after viewing this presentation. Let's take a look at the donation overview. What's being donated is the use of the software tool called Oracle NetSuite. You might ask, what is NetSuite? I would think of NetSuite as an operations management platform because it allows your entire organization to collaborate internally in a unified database and thereby preserving that single version of the truth at all times. The base donation includes 3 full licenses, which we call the General Access User License, plus 5 Employee Self-Service User Licenses. One of the major differences between these licenses is that you can assign multiple roles to one full license, whereas only the Employee Center role can be assigned to the Employee Self-Service license. Because NetSuite is already an ERP, CRM, business intelligence platform, and more, you will have access to all standard reports, including basic financial statements, plus the ability to create searches and analytics workbooks. Also included in the base donation is a Learning Cloud Support Pass, which allows you to access all publicly offered courses that are NetSuite related. We'll also assign a dedicated renewal manager who will act as your account manager for the duration of the use of the software donation. Before I head over to the overview demo, allow me to share a couple of dashboard screenshots and an illustration on the base donation's user license sample usage. First is the Finance Manager role dashboard, and then the Employee Center role dashboard. Now in this table, you'll see that all user licenses in the base donation are being utilized. Andy, Becca, and Carly are the users who are using the General Access User License because they have been assigned roles other than the Employee Center role. They can also be assigned more than one role, including Employee Center. However, for Diane, Erin, Felicity, George, and Hannah, they may only be assigned the Employee Center role, consuming all 5 Employee Self-Service User licenses in the base donation. If you believe that your organization requires more user licenses or advanced modules such as advanced projects, fixed assets management, manufacturing, or anything beyond what the base donation provides, then please reach out to your NetSuite rep for the appropriate tier offering or for additional items discounted pricing. Since NetSuite is a pure cloud solution, all you need to have is a device that can access the internet and of course internet access. If I hover my mouse over Marco's name, this will display the roles that I am able to switch to. Roles exist for security and compliance because each role will have its own set of permissions. You can customize roles according to your organization's policies by either restricting or allowing permissions per role. This way, you have full control over what areas and data in NetSuite a particular staff member may access. Let's take a look at the dashboard in its entirety. By scrolling down through the page, you'll see these little windows in the dashboard which we call portlets. You can move these portlets around the dashboard as you wish. You may also remove them or add more portlets according to your preferences, as long as you have the permissions to do so. You'll see that we have several trend graphs on the left and right columns. Your bank reconciliation summary portlet in the middle column, a KPI meter, financials ratios, a tiles portlet for frequently accessed financial reports, and my two favorite portlets, key performance indicators and reminders. I really like reminders because it drives behavior, giving you a visual reminder for tasks and events that need your attention or transactions that require approval, whereas the key performance indicators portlet gives you operational visibility at a glance and also the ability to pull up relevant reports by clicking on the links you'll find on it. Next, let's go through some sample transaction flows for revenue. Donation or cash sale. After selecting the constituent and entering other main header information, proceed to line entry for the item being donated or bought, selecting the appropriate classification segments where applicable, and then saving the transaction. Since this is a cash donation, this transaction posts to your books directly against your bank and your income. Like with all records and transactions in NetSuite, you will see system notes under system information for any history of changes made against this record. Another frequently used transaction type is the invoice. In this flow, you'll see that multiple lines are being entered for the same item, but separately classified. Looking at this invoice's GL impact shows us that the total amount will tag accounts receivable in the same income account. However, NetSuite's classification segments allow you to tag the breakdown by program or anything else that you wish to tag these against. If you wish to document pledge orders, there's a way to do that as well. Note though that pledge orders are non-posting transactions, where only the invoices that you generate against these pledge orders will start to affect your books. This flow shows us clicking on the Bill button to initiate the invoicing of this pledge order, thereby creating an invoice from the pledge order, allowing us to record the revenue in our books. Assuming payment for the invoice has arrived, we simply click on the Accept Payment button to record this. Now let's go to the expense side of things. On this video, we are simulating the write check action, which simply means a cash expense drawn against your bank account towards either a vendor entity, an employee, or even your constituents in some cases. You'd select the payee, make sure you're drawing from the right bank account, then select the expense account and input further details for this transaction. Next sample transaction will be the purchase order. We are simulating the purchase of a laptop for a newly hired staff member here. We select the vendor, select the item, and enter details that are relevant for this transaction. We can definitely have approvals turned on for these types of transactions, but what I'm showing you is a simplified flow where the PO is already approved and will have a pending receipt status. This PO can be directly emailed to the vendor so that the store will have to fulfill the delivery of the goods that the organization has just bought from them. Let's say the item we purchased has arrived. We simply click on the Receive button to generate the item receipt record documenting our findings. Assuming all goes well, we may then proceed to documenting the vendor bill as well. The vendor bill can be the billing statement or invoice coming from the supplier, which signifies that we now have an obligation to pay according to the terms agreed upon with that vendor. When we're ready to pay for this vendor bill, we can go ahead and make a payment by selecting the appropriate bill we are supposed to be paying and making sure which account we are drawing funds from for this payment. Now let's take a look at the list of reports available in the base donation. All basic standard reports will be available to you, plus the ability to customize from any of these reports. If you find yourself wanting to create your own report from scratch, you are able to do so as well. Let's open a couple of reports here, such as the income statement or P&L, and also a variant of the income statement specific to nonprofits, which is the statement of activity. You will see that even before starting to customize any of these standard reports in NetSuite, you're already able to slice and dice the information with the filters available in the report itself. You can filter by accounting period, by classification segments, by entity, or by item, and even change how the columns are displayed aside from just the overall totals. You can also export these reports in several ways. Export to a graph, to a spreadsheet, PDF, CSV, document, print it out, email it, and my favorite is to automate the sending of this report in a recurring basis. For the statement of activity, this is a report more relevant to not-for-profit organizations, patterned after the P&L statement. As with all reports in NetSuite, one will have the ability to customize, giving you the opportunity to change the layout, add or remove columns, play with the filters, the sorting, and other options. Specifically for nonprofits that have the social impact features available, you will have access to the NFP Financial Center, allowing you to manage nonprofit custom classification segments such as program or region, and a host of other inbuilt reports and nonprofit features. Let's try to create one of the most frequently used custom segment, the program. For example, if we were to set up a new program for, let's say, farming techniques, then I simply create that program and have it fall under an existing one, let's say livelihood. Some of the fields you'll see here are optional, but let's say we'll be assigning Catherine as the program manager, set a start and end date if applicable, and also add some user notes for additional information. As for next steps and who to contact for these next steps, please get in touch with your NetSuite representative so that they may assist you in whatever decision you make moving forward with a software donation. For those who wish to hire a service provider, your NetSuite rep shall endorse a service provider for you to contact separately. For those who wish to self-implement, you will have to undergo a capacity validation to ensure that you have the capability to activate NetSuite successfully. Your rep may ask you to answer a survey, a questionnaire, and view a validation recording. To aid in this validation, we will be asking for information such as, but not limited to, your accountant's credentials to show that they are duly certified, and if your accountant has any experience in implementing ERP solutions like NetSuite. We will also be asking for your cooperation and commitment to see through going live on NetSuite in 100 days or less. If you have follow-up questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with your NetSuite rep. I hope that this presentation has widened your understanding about the Oracle NetSuite software donation, and we hope that we'll be hearing from you soon. Thank you and good day.